Sumbar railway station will be built on an open stretch of 1 kilometer and will be connecting Tunnel T48 and Tunnel T49, which will be 12.75 kilometers in length and longer than the 11.215 kilometer Pir Panjal Tunnel. The construction work on T48 is going on in full swing. There will be another hilly station at Arpanchal, which falls between Sumbar and Banihal stations on the line. The work on this station is going on, and this will fall between T49 and T50. From Dharam onwards, the work on this section is being carried out by Ircon International Limited and HCC. The year 2012 ended on a resounding note for Northern Railways, with the successful completion of the construction of Banihal-Khazigund section of Dharam-Khazigund-Baramulla rail link. This is the most singular achievement not only for the Indian Railways but for the entire country. The most significant part of the USBRL project in Leg 2, the Pir Panjal Tunnel, was inaugurated by the then Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh on 26 June 2013 and thrown open for the public. Banihal, a sleepy hill town, falls on the southern portal of Pir Panjal Tunnel. This 11.216 kilometer railway tunnel, constructed across the Pir Panjal mountain range by Ircon International Limited for Northern Railways, is not only a marvel of human endeavour and engineering, but also a dream come true for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. This tunnel, which connects Khazigund, the last southern town of Kashmir Valley, with Banihal, the last northeastern town of Jammu province, has been made waterproof and is equipped with state-of-the-art air quality monitoring, communications, ventilation, firefighting and emergency rescue systems. A 3-meter wide road has also been provided inside the tunnel for maintenance and relief and rescue operations in the case of any eventuality. This 11.216 kilometer long Pir Panjal Tunnel, the longest transportation tunnel in India and the second longest in Asia, has come up after piercing through the Pir Panjal range below the snow line. The 18-kilometer long Banihal-Khazigund section, constructed at a cost of 1,691 crore rupees, has reduced the travel distance from 35 kilometers by road to 18 kilometers by rail link. Leg 3. The Khazigund-Srinagar-Baramulla section is 119 kilometers long and falls in the Kashmir Valley. The foundation stone of this section was laid by Shri I.K. Gujral, the then Prime Minister of India, near Khazigund town, the entry point of Valley Kashmir, in July 1997. Though there are no tunnels in this section, heavy bridging is done across many tributaries of the river Jhelum and the roads crossing the line. This section has 64 major and 748 minor bridges and 15 railway stations. The maximum height of a bridge is 13 meters in this section and the longest span is 45 meters. The work on this section was completed in 2008 and was commissioned in parts. The 69-kilometer Mazhama Anantnag section became functional on 11th October 2008 and thrown open for the public. The Mazhama Baramulla stretch was made functional on 14th February 2009. Yet, the Khazigund Anantnag stretch was made functional and thrown open for the public on 28th October 2009. Since the Banihal-Khazigund-Srinagar-Baramulla rail line has already been constructed and trains are running on it, the Katra-Banihal rail line, once completed, will link Kashmir Valley with the rest of the country and will go a long way in integrating the people of Jammu and Kashmir, the strategically important border state, into the national mainstream. The advantages of this rail line will be far more than providing an all-weather transport facility to the people of Kashmir, which is snowbound for a significant part of the year and enclosed on all sides by mountains. Snowy peaks, frozen lakes and chilling cold is what the world understands when we talk of the winter in Kashmir. It gives you much more enjoyment of the wonderful landscape and paddy fields, besides a unique experience of travelling on the paradise on earth. Kashmir, it has often been said for centuries, is an indefinable beauty. Noted travellers and historians felt it is nature's blessing to the universe. For a historian, it is about rediscovering the beating grounds of various races and civilizations: Hindu, Buddhist, Islamic. Kashmir has often been referred to as Switzerland of the East or Paradise on Earth, as defined by Mughal Emperor Jahangir through this couplet: Agar Firdaus bar ruh zameen ast, hami asto, hami asto, hami ast. If there is a paradise on earth, it is here, and it is here. Not only because of its indefinable beauty, Kashmir is also world famous because of its cottage and small industries, especially the handicrafts, carpets, the luxury furnishings, woolen and pashmina shawls, gabbas, namdas, paper mache, baskets, wood carving and copperware are the ones which fetch livelihood for thousands of Kashmiris. The first shawls which reached Europe were bought by Napoleon, who presented the same to the Empress Josephine. Architecture is another field where Kashmir has a distinction. Khatamband, the finest woodwork on ceiling under roofs of the buildings, has a worldwide fame and is a typical craftsmanship of Kashmir. Wood carving is another craft, and carving in chenar wood, again a famous giant tree of Kashmir with world fame, has its own significance. Willow trees are also found in abundance in Kashmir, which form the basic raw material for cricket bats. Undoubtedly, exposing these crafts to the masses from outside the state will get fortunes to these artisans once the USBRL project is completed.
When completed, this railway line will become the lifeline for the development of the state of J&K, as it will connect the valley with the rest of the country. And this will bring in large volumes of tourists, as well as there will be avenues for development of industries along the alignment.
While taking a ride from Qazigund to Baramulla, known as Valley of Kashmir, by train, we touch or come closer to many famous places on both sides of the track, which are of great historic significance. These places may take you back in history, spanning over about 3 centuries. The historic and most ancient city of Baramulla stands at the tail end of the track. This town, called Barmul by Kashmiris, is as old as the Valley of Kashmir itself and was founded by Raja Bhimsena in 2306 BC. The noted Chinese traveller Huinsang visited this historic town in 632 AD. He stayed in a vihar near Baramulla, which happened to be a Bauddha research center in the 1st century AD. The 4th World Buddhist Council was held in Kashmir in Kanishka's time. In order to promote pilgrim tourism in Kashmir, J&K Tourism Department has decided to develop a Buddhist tourist circuit of Kashmir. Baramulla can be a sought-after pilgrimage center after the rail link is connected to the rest of the country.
Baramulla, which happens to be the ancient town of Kashmir, wherein we had connection with the central Asian countries as well as the mainland of India in the ancient times. We are also having the potential of an ancient Buddhist site, which is 4th Buddhist Council site. When the Buddhist Council happened, 3rd was happening in Haravan and the 4th happened in Baramulla.
The chugging of a train across the state from Baramulla to Jammu would not only give a great solace to the students of the state studying in the educational institutions outside, but to the security personnel also who would travel to their native places. Some of the main objectives of this project of national importance are reducing the travel time to various destinations in the state considerably, providing of all-weather transportation system in the difficult terrain that could not function in adverse weather conditions, boosting the socio-economic development of the state.
मैं यहाँ टीके कॉलेज में पढ़ता हूँ, वहाँ पे मैं मेडिकल असिस्टेंसी कर रहा हूँ और मैं अनंतनाग से हर रोज़ आता था, सोमू से कभी बस से आता था, 200-300 रुपये हर रोज़ किराया लगता था। जब से ट्रेन की सर्विस हुई तब से हमें काफ़ी सहूलियत हुई है।
मुझे लगता है सब लोगों के लिए बहुत अच्छा है। तो जो हम पहले 4 घंटे में सफ़र तय करते थे या 5 घंटे, वो शायद 2 घंटे में, 2.5 घंटे में हो जाता है।
पिछले कई सालों से ये ट्रेन चली है। जो हम मुलाजिम लोग हैं या कई और भी कारोबारी लोग हैं या बीमार लोग हैं, उनको काफ़ी फ़ायदा इससे मिला।
लैंडस्लाइड्स या स्नोफॉल की वजह से रोड बहुत दिनों तक क्लोज होता था या जो पैसेंजर्स ऑन द वे होते थे वो भी कई रातों तक फंस जाते थे। तो इस वजह से ट्रेन सर्विस शुरू होने से इट्स बिकम वेरी हैसल फ्री।
And last but not the least, meeting the strategic demand of the country. The socio-economic impact of the project will be far-reaching for the state, with reliable connectivity to far-flung areas of Jammu and Kashmir by rail. With the construction of access roads, many villages will get connected and would help in the development of those areas. The project would generate employment for local people as well as for others, while permanent job in railways was provided to one of the family members whose more than 75% land was acquired for the project. In other words, after its completion, the project will give a considerable boost to the development and economy of the state as well as the country. This project is not an end in itself, but the beginning of new vistas of trade beyond the borders. As a matter of fact, all modern nations have started with railways, looking forward to the high noon of development. The day may not be far when this rail line will form a route as important as the Silk Route, connecting India with the most important countries of Central Asia. Restore broken bonds. Revisit lost destinations. Travel across paradise. Journey through tranquility. Explore enchantment on the train to Kashmir.